The other word that you hear a lot, heard in the course of these meetings and prior to the meetings, is the concept of constitutionalism. This is being advanced by Chinese law professors, people who are interested in governance in China, to say that, of course, it's important to move to a more accountable and representative democratic system, but that has to happen in a context of constitutional development, the expansion of the rule of law. In one case, they'll point to Magna Carta and the steady evolution in the British system from Magna Carta till now. They make the point that the United States wasn't a fully fledged democracy at the time of the American Revolution and through the 19th century and through a significant part of the 20th century. And they're making the argument that China too needs time to develop this constitutional context before it can become more of a democracy. The problem, of course, is people are much more informed. Their expectations are significantly higher. It's very difficult to have a debate with people to say, the good news is that we're going to become a fully fledged democracy. The bad news is it'll be your grandchildren who experience that, not you. Managing that, I think, and I'll come back to this, is the challenge facing this leadership team. The other term that is increasingly on the lips of Xi Jinping is the notion of the Chinese dream. This has been accompanied by another slogan which talks about the great revival of the Chinese nation. And it's that side of things that foreign observers have commented on most, and suggesting that it sounds somewhat sinister. It accompanied with Xi's embrace of the military, the PLA, suggests that the nationalism is kind of on the rise. But if you look at the more nuanced approach to Chinese dream that Xi has been talking about in his speeches, it may mean something a little bit different. And one definition that I saw is national rejuvenation involving as many people as possible in the country's reform and development, building a moderately prosperous society under one-party socialist rule. So this is Xi, very early in his leadership, putting his stamp on a national slogan. We had under Jiang Zemin, 3 represents. For Hu Jintao, it was scientific development. 2 concepts that were pretty woolly and hard for people to understand. Chinese dream is something actually that's being talked about a lot in China. In the New Yorker today, Evan Osnos has a piece, and he talks about his neighbor, a woman from rural China who's moved to the city, and she said to him, Chairman Xi, she referred to him as Chairman Xi. Chairman Xi has talked about 2 things. I can't remember the first, but the second is the Chinese dream. What's important here is that it's a big enough concept that a number of things can be parked inside it. And I think we should probably wait a little while to see exactly what it means. But it's certainly something that Xi has launched and intends to make as part of his legacy, far earlier than previous leaders have done.